Hi, everyone. Welcome to Appliance Advisors. I'm Francesco, joined by my co-host Dennis. Today, we're going to talk about appliance extended warranties. One, are they worth it? And if they are, why do people hate them so much?
It's a great question. I do think they're potentially worth it.
Mhm.
And I know why people hate them so much. So why don't we? I'll take the first one. I'll
Oh,
ask
sure.
you the second.
Sounds good.
But why don't we take? We'll take the fact of are they worth it? I think they are. I mean, appliances break 30% in the first 2 years of ownership. Most of the time in the first year of ownership or thereabouts, 20 to 30%. Um, and it's different. Okay, and anytime we put a post out like this or anything, someone's going to get in the comments, which we love your comments, but tell us about their grandmother's fridge. And appliances shouldn't break this often. And I'm going to remind you, a refrigerator runs 24 hours a day. Your car does not. Your car runs a few hours a day. This runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, never stops. You're in and out of it 40 times a day, 30 times a day. It costs you maybe a couple $1,000, $1,000, $1,500. And wait a minute, you want it to run continuously for 7 to 10 to 12 years? Like, folks, let's be reasonable here. It just doesn't work. So that's why I think they're worth it. These things do, though, being honest, in most cases have a predetermined death. I mean, the manufacturers want replacement. It's why a car doesn't last us 350,000 miles every time. So we kind of get it. I think they're worth it. I think you need to make sure that where you're buying it has some skin in the game. And I'll pass it over to you. When I say that, what does that handoff feel like? Skin in the game.
So I think that's the reason why why people hate extended warranties so much. Part of it is you need to know what you're actually buying. In most cases, when you're buying an extended warranty from an appliance store, you're really just buying a piece of paper because they're not the ones that are servicing it. So in that extended warranty, you're really buying something from somebody that's in Texas somewhere, a 1-800 number that you really have no idea who is showing up to actually perform that service or when they're showing up to perform that service. So that is the number one reason that, something breaks in your refrigerator. You think you're covered, you call these people, you call a 1-800 number. Now they're really trying to find a contract that call out to someone else that's willing to take that call, oftentimes at a really discounted rate that most of these service companies don't want to take it at. So it's really hard to find someone to go service your refrigerator or whatever it may be that's not working. So when you are buying these warranties, it's critical to make sure that you're buying these from someone that is actually performing the service. If you're buying it from someone that is not performing the service and it's a 1-800 number or a third party based somewhere else, most likely that warranty is absolutely not worth it. Most times, really all the times, you need to really dig deep and ask those questions. If you're being sold an appliance extended warranty, ask that question. Who is servicing it? Is this being underwritten by a third party company? And if it is, you want to research that company. And if you research that company, and I have in most cases, those companies have really, really poor ratings and reviews. Better Business Bureaus have a C plus, which that is really like an F minus in Better Business Bureau world, because really you should be an A when it comes to the Better Business Bureau. So you need to be really careful of where you're buying it from and who is servicing that warranty. And if it's someone that, again, is servicing their own appliances and they're providing that service, not a 1-800 number, whoever it is you're buying it from, absolutely could be worth it and probably is worth it in many cases from there.
Yeah, and the thing that I will tell you is retailers have been keen on this. Um, Again, we talked about extended warranties. I think a lot of times here's what you'll hear. So you want to dig deep. You touched on it. You said, ask them if a third party servicer was underwriting it. So how sometimes that'll be pulled right over the wool over your eyes. They'll be like, no, you call me for everything. You call us. Well, that's great. Thank you. But if you're hanging up the phone and you're now then determining if you're going to pull that appliance or replace that door or that handle, whatever the case may be that's going wrong, even if you're going out to service it, this retailer, if they now have to call somebody else and get pre-authorization, now you may not be aware of any of this. They may actually shelter you from it. A lot of them will not and just say, you have to call this company. We've all been to Best Buy. We know how that works. But in the same point, now you have somebody that's like, no, we handle it. Yeah, you handle the phone call portion. You take my call. But if you're then now doing that, what that means to you is it's time. That's time. We know that those backing companies, what do? Are they saying, hey, wait a minute, I know Johnny here. He's in the market. Johnny's appliance repair. He's amazing. He's not cheap, but he's good. And we're going to send him over to take care of Mrs. Jones. No, they're going to say, hey, we just found Sal's used auto parts and appliance repair. He's the cheapest, period. He can't get out there for 3 weeks, but man, he charges next to nothing. Doesn't fix it half the time, but hey, we'll at least roll a truck. That's probably what's going on in the background.
Absolutely.
So I always joke about that to say, be informed, ask those questions. And a lot of manufacturers, we certainly do this. We're not the only ones that do. We do escrow our own. There are other companies that do as well. You want to really find out a bunch of things. If they are escrowing, is there a fiduciary response? There is, by the way. Do they have audited financials? Do they actually do things to truly ensure that over the 5 years they sold your warranty, if they were to go out of business, are you still covered? How does that all work? So you want to ask some more probing questions. And I think a 5-year warranty, we talked about, do I think they're worth it? I do. I think only a 5-year, because studies will show that most appliances have a 1-year parts and labor warranty. And in some cases, there's certain brands that might have a 2, but at the very least, a lot of times parts might be covered a little bit longer, or certain parts. So really in year 1 or 2, not a ton of exposure. And if something happens, you're probably covered. It's year 4 and 5, and particularly 5, where a lot of things happen. So that's why I only think a 5-year warranty is worth it. That's why we stopped selling 2 and 3 and 4-year warranties. There's money to be made there, but it's not really in the best interest of the customer. Now, again, final thing is, in our case, if you don't use the appliance warranty, we give you 50% credit back in the store to buy something else. We know an average appliance lasts 7 to 10 years. So 5 years of coverage is pretty good. And if you don't have a service call, great. You might get some credit back in the store to use towards something else. Chances are you might need something.
Absolutely. So are appliance extended warranties worth it? Maybe. They could be, but you definitely got to dig and ask a few more questions to find out.
And don't forget to follow us on social media for appliance tips and updates from Yale Appliance.
Your feedback is what shapes our series. Like what you saw? Give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you.
Stay informed and inspired on all your appliance needs. This is Appliance Advisors signing off.